All right, guys, we got another live stream because we're going to have to highlight the hypocrisy of all this stuff that the city's doing. Now, I was out here earlier, and one of the city workers, Ron Zagorik, or Zagorik, I'm not sure exactly how his last name's spelled. We've gotten it different in different records. But he decided to follow me around because he needed to make sure that if I stepped on forbidden ground that I could be trespassed. That's him right there. I don't understand the need for a 40-year-old man to be working an entry-level position and expressing authority the way he does. But in any case, let's talk about the hypocrisy of trespassing on this property. They've got the fence pulled away today a little bit out here in the front. Looks like they're doing a little bit of cleanup. So we're going to walk around the backside here. These breaks, I've been documenting these since the day they originally trespassed people, Chauncey and I, from the Times. So there's an access point there. We'll go along down here. This fence has had multiple access points in it. So this whole theory of safety and security is a complete load. If you look right there, you've got another access point that's been broken into the fence. Okay, these are all along this. This area down here in the corner was open for several days. I've got pictures of it and video of it, and it looks like it's still open today. But the hypocrisy of this idea that they're doing everything for safety and security is just so striking. Because if it was all about safety and security, these breaks wouldn't be here. And this fence would be maintained instead of deciding that we have to spend a bunch of money on somebody else's property to do this. Okay, this is heavy equipment that's been out here on the city's dime. This is private property owned not by the city. Okay, when we talk about breaks, there's been one back around here this whole time as well. This is your safety and security. This is your homeless initiatives division here in Lawrence, and the hypocrisy of it. We're sick and tired of watching this kind of hypocrisy go on in this town, and it's been going on since day one. The original trespass, when Chauncey Long of the Times and myself were trespassed out of here on the night of Ashley Sawyer's death, that original trespass was done so wrong that they had to suspend all trespassing out here for about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And even when they reenacted it, they still ended up doing it half-assed. So they fail, and then they want us to foot the bill to do more things. Lawrence, what's going on? This is not management of a situation. This is just complete reaction after reaction after reaction. And what they're reacting to right now is a single business owner wanting the traffic off of a public street. And I can't stress enough how wrong that is. Now, when Rick Renfro and Johnny's originally closed, let's see, what was that? That was back several months ago. Got a video of it where I went live out front and talked to Rick. Thought he had some good ideas. And using that kind of leverage as a business is sometimes a good thing. And I applaud him for stepping out to do that. But trying to restrict traffic on a public street that goes between two of your properties, just because you don't want them out there, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, here's the other difficult thing. You look down there, you got a couple mailboxes down there towards the end. And I spoke with people down there and asked the girl if she had had any problems with homeless out here. And she said no. She said the only time that they'd had an issue was that there were people walking across her yard, a little bit of trash issue. She asked them not to do it. They stopped. So we have a resident 100 feet, 150 feet from the entrance of the homeless camp, a homeowner, or I think she's renting there, but regardless, she lives there. She's lived there for a couple years. She doesn't have a problem with this, and she doesn't run into problems with this. But we have a business owner that's twice that distance away from the camp, and it's simply about the traffic on a public street. I'm going to walk out here. I'm going to give you another view of this public street, because all this is public. This was a trailer park back in the day, and all this is public property. It's all City of Lawrence property. So we'll go ahead and go back out here. And this is basically Maple Street. And Maple comes out to what is North Massachusetts Street. The way it comes off the bridge is labeled as North Massachusetts. And in the earlier live, you saw me down on the other end. But you see Maple. This is the street out here that they don't want homeless traffic on. That Johnny's Bar doesn't want homeless traffic on because they claim that they're bothering their clientele coming onto their patio. There's all kinds of ways to handle this stuff without doing restrictions on public property. This is a public street. And the idea that we're going to spend all this money to move an entrance just to prevent traffic on this public street is absolutely absurd. Lawrence city government, they're easy to find. If you're a Lawrence resident and you think this is just as stupid as I do, as far as how much money is being spent to appease a business owner about getting traffic off of a public street, make a call downtown, write your city commissioner, write the city manager. Craig Owens knows this isn't right. Him and Brandon McGuire know this stuff isn't right. Hell, Brandon ran from me when I was trying to find out the reason I was being trespassed during their illegal trespass. And I just showed you all the breaks. So everything they're doing is reactionary, and this is reactionary to Rick Renfro. Guys, I can't say it enough. The kind of stuff going on around here with the homeless, they talk about best practice. Best practice would be easy to buy if we could see it put into place. But every time we hear about best practice, that's not what's going on. We got another piece of equipment out here. So, how's it going, man?
Pretty good. How you doing?
What do you make an hour?
Good money.
Good money?
You need something done?
No? Are you city?
No.
You're not city?
No.
Are you contracted out here to do this?
Yep.
What are you guys doing today?
Just putting some asphalt down.
Putting asphalt down?
Yeah, they're making a new entrance, I guess.
So we're putting asphalt down. What company?
I don't know who it's for.
What company are you?
Oh, I'm Landscape Creations. I'm just my own company.
Landscape Creations. So you contracted to do the asphalt?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you how much the city's paying to do that?
I have no idea. I'm doing it through somebody else who's contracted.
Somebody else?
Yeah. So.
Did Renfro contract it?
Nope.
I'd be sure curious to know who contracted this on public property. Is there any way I could find that out?
Talk to the city.
Talk to the city?
Yeah. I'm just here to do a job, not start trouble.
Yeah. Do you guys also have the permissions from the Douglas County
just
Call?
Here to do one thing, spread millings.
I understand.
The rest of it, I don't care.
I understand, but I want to make sure that you're aware that that's not the city's property down
No
there.
idea. Don't care.
You don't care that it's not the city's property?
I don't really care. I'm just contracted to do it, and I'll do it when I get done. I'm going to move on.
Okay. I've got no problem with you, man.
No, I got no problem with you.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
My name's Michael.
My job.
My name's Michael. I'm Lawrence Accountability. I'm not trying to get you on film.
Right.
Because you're just a guy doing his job.
I'm just doing my job.
But there's a lot of questions about why we're doing all this.
Right. But to go to the bottom of the rung ain't where you need to start. You need to start with the top guys.
Well, the top guys won't address us.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you.
And
I
so-
sure as hell won't address it.
Well,
So there you go.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to get
Yeah,
in.
you are. So I'm not addressing anything.
Okay. Well, I
I'm
mean,
just here to do a job. That's all there is to it.
well, if somebody hasn't made you aware, there's two different properties here, and one's not owned by the city.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. But like I said, my name's Michael, man. I'm not trying to
All
be. Take care. Some people are just a little standoffish. It's okay, you know. And I'm not trying to put private people on this camera that are doing their own job. But the reality of this is now he's telling me they're going to come out here and spread asphalt. Okay. So we have asphalt coming out here. That's just that's going to be, how much more money are we spending on this? We thought maybe this was just going to be a gravel thing. but we're gonna come out here and spread asphalt now. Guys, what the hell? Make a call to the city commission, make a call downtown. Somebody needs to let these people know that they're not doing this right. Lawrence downtown office, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 832-3400. That's a 785 area code. You guys can look it up online. If you're a resident though, if you're a resident here in Lawrence and you think this kind of tax dollar expenditure is inappropriate, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and call, please, because we need them to understand that the public has questions about this that aren't being answered. And again, Lawrence residents, I'm not wanting City Hall inundated with a bunch of people from California and Texas and all that right now. We need Lawrence residents to speak out and express their minds. We need to see you guys in city commission meetings. We need to see you guys coming out and talking about this, because I hear all the time about how people question this stuff, but nobody wants to come out and talk about it. So we'll see you next Tuesday at the city commission meeting, maybe. I agree with you guys, a lot of propane. And you know what's funny is I probably did more with a few $100s than they're gonna do here with a few thousand. That's kind of the crazy stuff. It's about affecting the people. I was gonna shut this off, but I'm starting to read some of the comments, and you guys are right. If we're not bringing services to the people, then what the hell are we doing? Because at the same time as they're spending all this money, they're talking about the fact that they don't have enough money to keep up on the services they've been providing. So, guys, I'm gonna turn this one off. Have a good day, and thanks for watching, man. Make the calls if you're a resident, and let them know what you think. Have a good one, guys.